Welcome everybody to Avient Special Inc.'s Facebook Live event on special effects. This is part 2 of a series showing our Infinite Effects strategy. On our first Infinite Effects presentation, we showed you sculpture, suede, shimmer, HD Clear 2, some stacked special effects. This week we're going to use a white cork mix, as you see here, a yellow sparkle. We're also going to feature the Cosmic Glow glow-in-the-dark ink, our gold glitter, our reflective silver, and like always we throw in a couple of flat colors to show as underbases and such. We'll start off the print with a white underbase along with a touch white for the center. This will give us the opportunity to print special effects over a single underbase. This is much like any other printing to get started off with. Nice underbase, nice and smooth. And in this first one we're putting down a Volt color on the Infinity logo. So you can see we come out with a really nice bright Volt color. Single stroke on top of white. And then we go to our infamous 25 mesh green to print the yellow sparkle. So what we're doing here is we're taking a regular, almost athletic color and we're creating almost a feminine look to it. You see the sparkle come through. And it's very visual when it's printed, but then when it comes through the dryer, it actually stands out a lot more. Keeping in the same vein, what we're doing on this one is printing the yellow sparkle directly over white. I call this the poor man's sugar flake. Yellow sparkle on top of a white plate. Looks very shiny here, but when you go through the oven, it comes out very clean. And it's a less messier application than sugar flake. On this next print, we're just using the highlight white, printing it twice, because we want the special effect to go direct to garment. In this case, it's a puff. Using the new puff white directly on the garment with a nice broken up pattern. It's important to break up a pattern on something this large because if it was solid, you would have a very bending, winding print. A lot of times it embossed too much. So we print the white right back over it and a color individually, not at the same time. So we got two different samples here where we have a color over the puff and the white over the puff. When it comes out after the last head, it's very flat. It's not very pretty, as you can see, because the puff hasn't been activated. On a couple of them, we actually added the yellow sparkle just for fun. That's what you do with the Infinite Effects. And when it comes out of the dryer, you have a very nice pattern texture with the yellow and with the yellow and yellow sparkle. And here's the white. Looks like a quilt. Very easy effect to do. And then here's the yellow sparkle over the white. Just like sugar flake. Our next print, we used a 80 200 micron screen to print our cork white mixture with just enough pressure to make it clear. And we're printing right over it with the yellow sparkle. As you can see, we have a little bit of a lift there, more of a spongy feel. And when it comes out of the oven, it's a very effective special effect with more of a feminine touch. The great thing about using the Infinite Effects strategy is you put your logo down and put multiple different screens and different colors. And while they're up, you can mix match them around. Here in this case, we're putting the yellow down on top of the cork, for instance. Some yellow sparkle on top of that. Kind of mixing it around. After you've run the gamut on what's on the screens, you can go back, add some things like the cosmic glow over the yellow. They come out with a great, productive, special effect. You end up with quite a few samples you can show your customers in your showroom. It's quite an effective sales tool. Here's a glow in the dark, as you can see, with the lights out. Very effective. So by utilizing the setup where the special light goes directly to the garment, we're going to run the silver reflective. Great coverage. Has a daytime reflective and a very good reactive response to light. It's also very smooth and thin feeling, easy to wear. But when you hit the light, you can see we have great reflectivity. Here's something we get asked about quite often. It's the gold shimmer. You got to remember the shimmers are in a clear base with the flake suspended in it. So when you print directly on white, the gold will be affected by what's underneath it. You put it on a white underbase, you'll have kind of like a more pale Vegas gold, and then direct to garment, you'll have a deeper flake, more of a dry flake feel. This was through a 25 mesh screen. Here we go, coming through. You can see the difference in the color. When we lay them side by side, the underbase is smoother yet lighter, and the directed garment has more of a deeper feel. So just for fun, while we're on the press, we put a gold underneath the gold glitter. You can see it's kind of maintaining a color, more of a richer yellow tone. And then on the next print, we're printing on top of a charcoal color. The same exact flake. And we get two different looks. So a dark color underneath the gold shimmer will give you that flat surface, but a deeper color. It's a great way to create artwork that maybe you have a shimmer that needs to go from one color to another. You just back it with different colors. Maybe go from white to gold to brown, or anything you want to make it look like you've got different shimmers on the press. A lot of possibilities with the art. So you have the opportunity to create multiple looks on one print. The shimmer is going to go through one screen, but you're underbasing with multiple colors and maybe even direct a garment to create another look. So now that we have the glitter loaded into the screen, might as well try some other things. Here we're going to put the puff underneath the glitter. When the puff is printed, it's very flat. You're just gelling it. You're not over gelling it. If it starts to puff, it's too much. When we put the gold glitter on top, you see when it comes out of the dryer, it's a very nice look. And we've been concentrating on feminine looks all day. Let's go ahead and use that charcoal ink on top of the puff. Kind of look more manly rock look, maybe. And again, you can mix match some of these bases to create new looks. Like introduce rock base and other specialties to kind of change the look around. And then just document what you've done so you can pull it up again. All these are samples you can show your customers. So I had to print at least one print I could wear today. As you see, as it comes out from the oven, it's almost like a texture you would see on a Batman costume. Has a nice feel to it. So with this one setup, we've created all these samples. You can keep going, more overlays, more mixes. That's why we call it infinite effects. It's only limited by your imagination. It's Avient Specialty Inks, Special Effects Inks. Thank you for joining us today.